Hello everyone, I'm Grandmaster Mon Hambleton and welcome back to Building Habits. In this series, I'm going to teach you some fundamental habits to improve your chess game instantly. Starting as if I'm a complete beginner, I'm going to climb up the ranks using only these simple habits. However, to keep it realistic, I have to follow a strict set of rules to simulate what it's like playing at each level. Remember, the goal is not to win every single game, but to teach you fundamental, high percentage moves that are correct most of the time. As my rating rises, the habits will become more advanced and the limitations will start to fall off naturally. In level 3, we still want to avoid gambits and sacrifices. Now, we're thinking for ourselves by playing active chess, as well as learning advanced tactical themes. Finally, make sure you study basic opening theory and learn the common responses. Now, let's get into the chess and learn how to build good habits together. All right. We know what the first move is. Are you with me so far? We've got it. All right, let's support that pawn in the center. And I mean, the guy's giving me the full center. Oh my god. And he's got the bishop? Oh, okay, he's confusing me with that one. I'm not gonna lie. What could he be up to? I mean, this was almost necessary because he didn't have another option. Well, we can't develop it there, so I guess we'll put our bishop in the center. We'll castle, and we'll snork up here. It's so strange. I mean, this move is just categorically terrible. And then the guy plays this. It's like, well, thank you, because I've been dying to show people why. I felt like this would be hard to explain, but no problem. No problem. And we can snork up over here. I mean, there was just no reason for that bishop to be there, guys. Truly. All right, got the rook in. Time to develop our bishop. I guess this looks fine. He's going to bring a pawn up there. We could get a pin going. We could also just keep the bishop aimed at the center. I think everything would be pretty reasonable here, but I'll just choose this one. Oh, okay, he's hitting our bishop. I guess it is defended right now. I'll usually do just about anything to avoid clogging the snorkel there. So sadly, at the risk of ruining my pawns here, but I really don't appreciate this snorkel being clogged. So let's get the rook in to the middle. Okay, well, I was actually going to play here anyway to improve my bishop, but I mean, this is not a difficult move to play, is it? Let's take that. He takes with the king as well. This guy is a very interesting player. All right, let's get some RPMs here. He is attacking our queen. Let's move, stay central. Obviously, we can't get into the center, but this looks like a pretty good square anyway. Okay, he's gonna bring the knight in. It looks pretty scary. We gotta eliminate that. He's gonna take, and let's just continue on with our pawns here. RPMs. The random pawn moves will help us out. Give us something to do. Okay, he's also RPMing. Okay, he's gonna move the pawn up. Let's just get our knight into the middle. Usually a good thing to do if there's any knight, especially at level 3. I think we're well beyond. Okay, that's a trade, so let's go ahead and make that. You know, it feels like we're kind of well beyond the basics at this point. Okay, he's gonna take this way. Let's just finish up the RPM there. Okay, we got the red dot here. Let's just step to the side. Okay, he's going to attack the pawn. Let's move the rook. Just defend it. I don't think we're ever proud to play this move. Truly, I don't. But it is the move that is needed here. We've played it a few times, I feel like, in the series before. And I mean, it gives support to this to this pawn. That's pretty much all we can do. All right, let's continue with our random pawn moves here. And like I said, continue with our random pawn moves here. It feels passive, but who cares? I got an extra rook here. Okay, he's gonna go with this. Well, we got a couple trades to make, but this one makes the most sense to me. Okay, it's gonna hit our queen. Let's get into the center. It happens to be a check as well. Okay, queen needs to move. We can't go directly into the center, and I mean, well, we just kind of came from there, so can we do anything? Let's go here. Still of course nearby the center. Not really gonna repeat moves when we have okay, it goes here. Just finish off our trades there. Not really gonna repeat moves when we have an extra rook, so we'll go like this. And I mean, the simple red dot move, king h1, followed by this one rook move, is all we needed for total safety over here. I mean, that's a pretty good trade. I'll take that every time. All right, bishop takes here. Well, let's collect some material in the center. Okay, we get a trade. Pretty happy about that. Looking good here. Okay, bishop goes down here. There's a pawn in the center of the board that I'm not going to waste too much time taking. King hits the rook. We do kind of stay in the center here, and we are in an endgame, so naturally I'm going to start, bringing my pieces into the center. I'd love to get my king out. Okay, moves the king out of the way. Can our king join the middle? Not really. This bishop's actually kind of annoying. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what we want to do there. Oh, we can start with this, but because I can't do this, I think we might need to move this knight out of the way. This is always a good square to go to. Okay, pass pawn starting to run away. Let's get in front of it, right? Blockade. Also with this pawn starting to push up, if we were able to double the rooks in front of it, that looks pretty good. Okay, rooks hit, stay in front of this pawn. It brings the bishop down. Yeah, let's double the rooks, and now we can a bit more safely bring our king. And at this point, I think there's probably a few different tactics that may net myself a big advantage here. Rook takes bishop, not nearly as intuitive as the simple knight check in the center. He goes here. Let's go ahead and take that. We'll go ahead and take this one as well. Take that. Take this. And well, the guy's got nothing left. We took everything he's got. That was not a difficult game, but you know why it wasn't a difficult game? Because the guy made a crazy mistake at the beginning. This move. What have I told you guys in the series? Do not ever put the bishop in front of your center pawn. It's not where those pieces belong. I've only ever played king h1. I just make the same move every time. Easier to remember that way. Otherwise, I'd get people saying, why did you play king h1 in this position? Why'd you play king h2 in this position? It's more important that people focus on just getting their king out of the way. Instead of trying to confuse everyone, I just always go to h1. To even demonstrate the impressiveness of habits, king h1 is the best move in this position. King h1 is stronger than winning an entire rook. But the rationale is you're already ahead one rook. If you're ahead one rook or you're ahead two rooks, it doesn't matter. You're completely winning. At 1500, a rook advantage is game over type of material. I'm really just interested in prioritizing my king safety. For example, here, it could be a little scary. I'm not necessarily interested in trying something like this and maybe getting into trouble. Now, it might work. Obviously, this isn't going to win for black. We're up 2 rooks. I mean, right? Who are we kidding? But there's just no need to allow it. All of a sudden, you could mess up here. You could make a mistake, and your rooks are there, but they're not really helping you deal with this. Whereas the red dot keeps us nice and safe. And once we defended this and got our king out of the way, there were no threats, nothing. It was a very easy game. So I'm not sitting here saying that we did it fully on purpose, but even myself following the habits, I appreciated the safety first mentality of, look, I'm ahead a lot here. Let me just play what the habits really tell me to do. Okay, red dot, get out of the way. Your king is safe and you're up material, you're gonna win the game. You're up a lot of material, but TBD on your king safety, nothing's guaranteed. Oh, quick response there. We'll take the full center and make this capture. The knight out, the other knight out. Bishop c4 is not possible, so it will be just bishop d3 instead. Let's get castled. Okay, always capture that. Time to snork up here. Okay, let's bring the rook to the middle. We also have this bishop maybe coming here. Might be solid. He goes here. So the bishops are both hitting the center. Knights are well placed. Queen's on the normal square. Rook coming over. I gotta feel pretty good here. Once again, this is what we want. Okay. Yeah, well, we've got everything we're looking for here. I guess I'll bring my knight in. We can also try some RPMs over here. Random pawn move. Let's take into the center we go. Threatening to take, right? Because that's gonna double the pawns. He correctly realizes that and decides to move the knight. All right, well, let's get some RPMs here. Another great idea, doubling the rooks. I like all the plans we've got. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. If you've been following the series, I can't think of anything here that would be terribly surprising. RPMs. There's a trade there. Let's take it. Okay, knight to c4. Let's take that. Okay, well, 2 rooks for the queen. Obviously, this is something we do, and you know what else we do? We punish people for not having a goddamn snorkel at 1500. This is basic. Come on, guys. Basic. How are they 1500? They don't know how to make a damn escape square. The simplest habit. How is he even breathing right now? It doesn't make sense. That was another easy win. e5. The knight out. Knight out. I seem to recall the Brie Lopez as a bit of a brutal opening. Has never really gone too well for us. Goes here. We do really not see that many Brie Lopez positions. I'm gonna snork up here and take that. So the amount you see compared to, like, for example, that move, the Italian, oof, it's not even close. This, and this are all off limits for various reasons. So unfortunately, I have the rather uninspiring bishop d7 as my option here, which I'm not enjoying. Let's get the queen. We want like rook d8 here. Okay, knight hit. We can't go there, so we'll choose this central square. Let's take that back. Pieces into the middle. And I'm waiting to play rook A to d8, right? Bring that piece into the middle of the board. More trades. Not upset with that. Well, yeah, rook here, and then maybe some pawn moves to round out the game. That's a trade. And yeah, rook d8 next. Turns out that this opening wasn't that bad. We made it work. Okay, see pawn here. I think it's RPM time. Random pawn move for the win. Save us. Okay. Take that. And just continuing with the RPM theme right here. Like I said, let's continue. RPM, RPM. Okay, queen to a3. And what can we do here? We have a couple pawns loose, but namely the one in the center. I'm not even flinching at that. What I see here is an opportunity to get my knight back, probably where it should be anyway, which is back on f6. So I'm going to take that chance, improve that piece. Okay, he takes us on a5, and immediately I'm thinking to myself, is that a safe pawn to take? But the rook kind of aimed right there. I don't love it. So maybe we can double the rook somehow. Most likely not on the d file. But if I double the rooks here, then to make sure I don't lose that pawn. We don't want to move any pawns over here. Yeah, we don't want to bring our king into the middle. Okay, he plays f3, so I guess we can hit him with a little tactic here. Knight takes d5. You know, it's not just a pin, it's utilizing a pin. It's a very, very small tactic here, winning a pawn, but yeah. Well, that was it. That was the tactic. Woo. We won a pawn. Congrats, our advanced tactics paid off. We are so back right now. Okay, well, actually the same advanced tactic is presenting itself yet again. I mean, there's a pin here, so it's kind of back to back the exact same moves. Tactics are our tactics. That's all I've got. All right, plays rook here. Impressive. Can we continue to just utilize that? I mean, really, what is a pin? It's supposedly that the piece isn't really there, right? Can't move. It's stuck. So simple idea. If it can't move anywhere, just attack it over and over and over and over. That's all we're gonna do here. Now, to be honest, I don't have another way to lend any type of support or attack to b5, so if he was able to defend, then I wouldn't really be able to continue. Okay, so he goes rook c1. Makes a lot of sense, to be honest. Let's go ahead and take some material. Okay, he takes. I'm trying to understand what the play is. Okay, so we take, he checks, but we have our snorkel. This is why we have it, so that moves like this are safe. He goes here. Okay. I feel like I'm falling for something, but I'm really just taking everything that he's throwing at me. Okay, again, probably falling for something. Yep, I assume I'm getting mated here, but once again, I'll fall for the incredible bait. And let's guard our rooks. Okay, there was no bait. It's good to know. Good to know. That Ruy Lopez went a little bit better, but mainly because he didn't actually take us. I feel like the Ruy Lopez doesn't go well for us when they take and they like jump into the center, but I mean, this one was fine. It worked out okay. The double tactic was nice though. It's like having the pin is one thing. Knowing how to utilize it, That's the next. That's level 3. Pawn into the center. And we have the Caro-Kann, so bring the knight out. We like to go 2 knights on this rather than taking. And hey, I was saying a couple games ago, we hadn't seen this in a really long time. So when they push the pawn, which does make a lot of sense when you see the 2 knights, so, oh, well, I can just gain space in the center. Then we go c3. It's so likely that they want to push again because they're hitting your knight. And then it's so likely that they push again to defend the pawn. And it's so likely that they're lost. And all those pawns you just pushed there, my friend. Yeah, I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them all. Yeah. Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Yep. Every single one. Yep. Bishop takes. Let's go for a queen trade. And yes, we could take any number of ways, but go for a queen trade. Make your life easy, right? You're already ahead so much material. Like, who the hell cares, dude? You've already taken both of his pawns. Get the damn queens off the board. Simple. Okay, the guy goes knight here, attacking our pawn. I mean, we can get maybe a bishop move out to defend that. Of course, we'll take the full center here. Bishop needs to get developed. And it is the end game as well. Okay, brings the knight back. Get our bishop out. It's going to go with the knight. Well, let's go ahead and castle so we can just complete our habits. Rooks to the middle. Not thinking much here because it's a really, really easy position to play. And the good thing about this position is you can see that your RPMs are going to be really easy to spot because you just have to check the center of the board. You got like a couple pawns ready to be pushed. Knight needs to move. This looks like the most central square we have available. So let's go for it. And hey, RPMs. RPMs. Just chuck them forward. Don't really need to think here. All right, you're putting your rook there. I'll put my rook there. Fair is fair. All right, that's a capture. And let's keep them pushing. These games are always like truly some of the easiest games you'll ever play because you just push. Like, it's not difficult to push pawns, right? He's bringing his bishop back. Let's not say no. Push, push, whatever. Can't make a mistake. Got to be happy with absolutely anything. He moves the knight there. Is the knight bothering me? Not really. I'll probably leave it for now, but I don't mind exchanging. Let's just bring the rooks behind the 2 pawns we're actually pushing here. Let's bring in the rook into the middle. Makes perfect sense. Honestly, I might start just bringing my king in. It is the end game. Okay, brings the knight. Let's continue to bring our king. Okay, well, bring our king into the middle. I think it's time to bring a knight in. This knight's kind of in the way of some of our pieces, so knight in, and we'll see what we can do next. King here, and maybe a fork. That looks, I mean, it's not a fork that's going to win material, but it's a fork. You know, it is just a trade, but forks are still good to do. Even if they don't win material, they win material. All right, perfect. Bishop takes knight, and well, that was not that difficult. The guy's just embarrassed. He's embarrassed to be here. He is embarrassed to be seen in that position. He's like my friends could be watching, you know, like people might know me. Let me get out of this game before someone sees. What happened to our opponent here? This was one of the easiest games because this is just pretty much an opening trap. We play knight e2, c3. They always push. They always push twice. And then they just walk into a simple fork. And then this pawn also drops, and we get a queen trade. I mean, if you end up losing this game, it happens, but clearly we've set you up for success here.
Pawn into the middle. Out comes the knight. Yes. The other knight, of course. And let's see how our opponent develops. Okay, well, we'll take the center here in level 3. Don't mind if I do. Bishop needs to develop. Let's get castled. Other bishop out. I mean, this is looking pretty damn good. We've actually had this exact position like 10 times before, which is why I know that I'm going to play e5 here. It's no secret. I've already had this whole position. Takes. Let's make a queen trade and take back in the center. I think I've played literally the exact same position multiple times before. No problem. Hey, trade. Perfect. Okay, more trades. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Beautiful. Let's bring the king to the middle. Okay. Guys going here. Let's get into the center here. All right. What are we doing now? Got to get some RPMs, right? Can't be playing without your pawns. Got some on this side as well. We can offer him a nice trade in the middle, but we can hold off, get some RPMs in first. Our king's in the center. We can't really do much better than that, right? Like, we've already done the most. So yeah, let's continue with these RPMs. Oh, would you look at that? The knight's trapped. Oh, amazing. Amazing what the habits can do for you. Wow. Wow. What an impossible game. There's no way anyone could have replicated that except me, because I've played that exact game before, the whole thing. I replicated it. So of course you can too. This is so goddamn easy. Don't pretend that you can't be 1600 as well. Look at these guys. Complete robots. None of them know how to play an endgame. We saddled up, traded every single piece, went to an endgame, and the guy lost the knight. That's it. There you go, guys. It is that easy. Stormbringer, 68. What a missed opportunity. Okay, take the center here. Oh, this is going to be a nice, easy game for us. We'll just take that and go on and bring our knights into the middle. Okay, yes, we do. Bishop out. Let's get our bishop out. Oh. Yeah, okay, we'll keep hitting the center here. Bishop there. Yeah. Go easy on me there, bud, would you? No, he's getting out of the red dot. We'll snork up here. Queen out. Okay. Where can we get this bishop out to? Can't really go there. Yeah, just because it's not a pin, and we can't go there. Also, I can't really go here because I can see d5 is an option. So we're just going to get developed like this. There we go. Okay, this looks like a bad move. We'll just go ahead and take that piece. And oh, okay, he's already got another one for us. Well, let's just focus on our habits. Try to stay calm here. Guys on the attack, but whenever they sack on this square, we know we always put the knight here. So let's just do that and then think after. So, okay, that's something. Okay, the knight comes into the middle. So, yeah, we want to bring the knight here. And we also talked about putting the bishop and knight in front of the king. So after knight here, let's play bishop takes. Because, you know, I'd like to bring... Okay. Stop me from bringing the bishop back. We got to take back, though. The knight's being hit. Yeah, we've always said the safest square is right back where we came from, so I'm not going to spend too much time thinking about that. He brings the rook up. Okay. What can we do here? Well, looks like a nice fork we can get right away, so Bring that knight into the center. Oh yeah, you didn't see that one, did you? The old habits coming through clutch again. Okay. This looks like a trade for us. Go ahead and take that. Okay, the queen is going to g5 on us. Interesting. Well, this is looks like no problem. We'll just go ahead and block this. Okay. Okay. Stay calm. Stay calm. We'll just go ahead and make the only legal move here. I mean, I'm comfortable. Okay. Nothing to see here. Okay, we got our knight out. He's doubling the rooks, but we know most important thing to do is trade those queens. So immediately we come out with this move. We've seen this many a time. Queen out for the trade. This is the way you handle the sacrifice. You bring the knight, and then you're trying to get your queen out to one of those two squares to trade. So, okay, the habits are coming in clutch here. Nothing too crazy. Okay, let's move this knight. Take a pawn in the center of the board. Don't mind if I do. Knight needs to knight needs to move here. Perfect. We got a nice fork right there. All right, let's go ahead and take that. All right, and let's offer our opponent a trade in the center of the board. Okay, check. Let's move our king. Okay, let's move our king again. I don't really know what this lad's... Okay, move our king again. All right, well, I'm not concerned. Yeah, and he resigns. A pretty damn easy game, if you ask me. Not bad. I can't lie. I think he lived up to his name. I think the Stormbringer brought the storm, but we had an umbrella and evidently a snorkel, which started the whole thing on h6. Look, guys, I mean, these moves are going to hit you. They're going to be tough to handle, but at least if you have some semblance of an idea what to do here, you're not going to be panicked. You're just going to do those things, and they're either going to work or they're not. But the important thing is that you know what to do. If you're sitting here and you've never really seen it before, you don't have any compass for how to continue, you're going to panic. I mean, who knows what you're going to play here? White's about to play knight g5 and the game is going to end, but we know damn well that the knight is supposed to come back. We know our plan is to bring the queen out. Now, after the knight came in, we didn't really have these moves, but we also know that oftentimes this bishop wants to move to f8 to g7. So instead of that, we went for this idea. I think this is a good example, you know, how to handle a really aggressive player. I can't say that I was safe at any point during this game, but even if what I was doing wasn't going to work, if he found the best move, he's not always going to find the best move. We just try to put the knight there, go for trades. I think everything we did made quite a bit of sense. Okay, what do we got here? Pawn in the center, we match those. Knight out to defend. Bishop out, we're just going to make sure we don't use the knight. Instead, go here just to stop knight g5. And now we don't mind going with the knight. h3. Ooh, okay, interesting. An early snorkel. Well, I'll match you. I see you there. I'll match you. Oh, okay. I'm doing what you're doing. Okay, I'm not doing what you're doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. Bishop here. Okay, bishop's attacked. Let's just save that. I mean, we always capture towards the center, so that's a no-brainer. We want a castle. Move our queen up. Bring our rook into the middle. And this looks pretty good, doesn't it? Now we got some RPMs. We got all our pieces mobilized. We're in the center. The best random pawn move to do is the one in the center, obviously. So we'll go with this one, see what he wants to do next. He's going to take. Obviously, we take that one back and undouble the pawns. That's easy to do. Okay, moving the queen. I'm going to continue with our pawn moves in the middle. I cannot actually take here. You can always just hover, you know, just have a look, hover, but it's no good. So we're going to take in the middle with the knight. I think that's fine because I feel like we often want to put the knight in the middle of the board anyway. Goes here. We have no more pawn move there, so I guess we'll play this one, which is also a... Okay, that's a trade. Also a pawn move over there. Trades are easy. We don't need to think twice about them. We love a good trade. Okay, the rook takes. What can we do here? Let's continue our pawn moves here. Nice and solid. Everything protected. We have the queen being aimed at here, so let's move out of the way. And yeah, we're thinking maybe putting the queen in the middle, doubling the rooks at this point, even on that square. It's going here. Not sure what that's about, but yeah, let's put the queen in the middle, which is what we always want. We always want our pieces in the actual center, right? In the center of the board. Okay, captures are easy for us because we always take, and we're getting checked here. First of all, let's offer a queen trade. What a beautiful, beautiful move here for us. Surely our guy here is interested. Oh, no, he's not interested in trading the queen. Got it. He's okay. Well, we'll put that pawn up there. That is a fork, and it is protected, so no problem. Takes us here, but my friend, you just lost your queen. Oh, okay. Take that. Right. So what can we do here? I mean, we can double the rooks, but you know, what are we doubling on? You know, they're always stronger doubled. I think we want to bring our king to the middle here. Okay. King joins the middle of the board. Bishop here. I guess yeah, we can go for a pawn move there. Okay, check. Let me put this thing. Let's move up into the middle here, or as close as we can get. Okay. I'm gonna use our king as best we can. I'm trying to be menacing here. Rook g4, so he's not really letting me go where I'd like to go. What can we do? A little RPM here. I mean, we can also play here, so maybe that's what we should do, but for now, we have some moves to... Okay, well, he's gonna force us to go there, so I guess we'll play king to c3. Pawn goes up. Can we do rook into the center? I've threatened to maybe to capture that pawn here. Okay, rook down. I mean, our most favorite thing in the world. Obviously, we want to trade. Please trade. What could possibly go wrong with a trade? We want to be seeking these out at every possible moment. We have extra material, dude. Oh, okay. He takes. Guess we'll trade that. We got this one to take, and now what? Now what? Bring the rook into the middle. Okay, that's a trade. What can we do here? Bring our rook back. I mean, really, it feels like this is his plan. I'd like to have my king in front of the pawn, so I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit annoying. I'd like to have my own king there, but okay. Bring the rook behind the pawn here. Kind of like this. Okay. This is something. We were gonna put our rook here anyway, so I feel like whatever just happened was a little bit helpful. Okay, now what the heck do we do? I've never played a game like this before. We just attack his bishop or what? Here. Okay, we'll give him a check. But what are we... King in the middle. What are we supposed to... Like, how do you even disconnect these pieces? What the hell? What are we supposed to do here? Okay, these guys are just not gonna move. Literally. We need a new plan. He's just gonna not touch those pieces. Okay, let's bring our king. Can we use our checkmate? Can we use our checkmate technique? I mean, the guy has all these pieces, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but maybe? Take this pawn here. Oh. That's a bishop. Hold on a second. Let me take that. Oh. Let's do our rook checkmate here. Got the box. Can't make the box smaller without checking. Let's make it smaller here. The box. Can't make it smaller. King move. Make the box smaller. Nice. It all comes together. That's what we need right there. Let's see if we can keep it going. One more game. One more game. All right. We start with a pawn move in the center. Ooh, this could be tough. We're up against a Sicilian, so we know that we usually bring the knight. Then we bring the pawn. Then we play the bishop move because we want to play d4, but we know that this is our one opportunity to get our opponent looking at that center pawn. Is he going to be interested? We can just leave it there. So tempting. Take the pawn, buddy. Surely you're interested in taking the pawn. Yeah, just a pawn there. Now look, I like you. You're a nice guy. I'll give you one more opportunity. Final offer. Take the pawn on e4. Everything's gonna be okay. Final offer. I'm not gonna be so nice and generous after this. All right, I just want you to know. All right. Well, you had your chance. Let's snork up. Whoa. Listen, I take it back. I take it back. It's my bad. I should have just given you the pawn. Okay, no, I don't want the smoke. My fault. I shouldn't have antagonized. What the Well, can the knight go in the middle? The answer is resounding no. Well, the knight does not want to go on the side of the board, which means I've got one move. Yeah, one move. Okay. Oh my God, what the? You see? Listen, this whole thing's a misunderstanding. You can have the pawn. I don't even care about it anymore, okay? Take the pawn. Have it. Take 3 pawns. Okay? Just come back with a wheelbarrow and just take all the pawns you could ever want. I don't care about them this much. Well, we got to continue because, I mean, the whole point of our opening is to play this move so our pieces can develop. But yeah, if we don't, it just doesn't make sense. So I have to play this. And okay, e5. I mean, what's the guy? I'll take it. I mean, we always take. Okay, take in the center. He takes back. We gotta get developed here. Like, we just must. So bishop out, and I guess we can go here. We threaten to capture the knight. That could work pretty well. Okay, he's gonna capture. Or sorry, not capture. He's going to castle is what I meant. So let's take that. Okay. Queen's attacked. I mean, it doesn't feel great to... I mean, we can develop the knight, but it doesn't feel great to put it in a pin on our queen, so we should probably move the queen. I think it would make a bit more sense to move the queen. Yeah, can't really move in the center here. I can't even go here, so this is going to be an unusual move. But, you know, I just want to attack the center here. Got to move our queen, so just going to choose a square that attacks the center here, nice and easy. Process of elimination, you know, really just takes us to a very decent move here. Don't go for the queen trade. What do you mean? We always like trading the queens. This is the foundation of habits. What are you talking about? We always want to trade queens. Don't quit on the habits now. I thought we were onto something here. Trades at all times, guys. Okay, bishop goes here. Perfect. Well, we'll just trade queens here first. And this guy blundered a fork. What a noob. How are we losing up a piece? Oh my goodness. At 59, that was going to be 1600 right there. What the fuck? We got bamboozled. What was this sack? What was this? H5, huh? You gotta be joking me. Oh. Oh. Dude, that's nasty. That's nasty right there. Yeah, that's better get this one off the screen here and start the next game pretty quick. All right, let's go into the center. And we see this move. I'm thinking we just take the center right away. Okay. We got the knights coming out. Perfect. Bishop, snork up. Snork up. Queen takes. Well, that's a trade. Easy trade. Get our knight out. Queen over. Okay, bishop out. We want to get castled. Bishop into the middle. Rook's joining as well. I mean, yeah, I'm happy here. That's a trade right there. Okay, well, let's get some RPMs in. Also, maybe doubling the rooks is an option. Okay, we see this. Let's continue with the RPMs. Okay, that's a trade, obviously. Takes. Yeah, I guess we can finish off those RPMs. Okay, knight here. Oh, okay. I see. Let's stay central with this. Oof. Knight. Okay. We do. I mean, yeah, we want to stay a little bit central here, so I guess we do this. Okay. Knight's defended, but we had a nice little fork there. So, I mean, take a center pawn, start with that. That's a check. And from here, we either want to double or get the knight into the middle. Because this looks like maybe it gets a trade. I'm happy with it. And I like the rook takes because then we can double. So the same plans that I wanted to do, I basically did both of them. Yeah, we get to double up. Okay, yeah, he's going to attack us there. Queen. Okay, we'll keep it central. Got some, you know, 1, 2, like basically the last pawn moves we got pawns to take in the center. We got pawns to take here. We got good control right now of the D file. So 2 rooks for the queen. I mean, I'm struggling under it. Does he not? He's not snorked up. And he's out here giving me 2 rooks for the queen. I mean, this is a basic one. This is a basic one. You're gonna give me 1,600 off this? Easy. Come on, buddy. That's what you get for not following any habits. Where's H6 from the guy? It's so fitting to hit a new milestone rating with an opponent that is not respecting habits. There's no H6. Get him out of here. He's not snorked up. He might even not be logged onto the website. He might have actually got out of here. Unless I'm actually disconnected here. The stream has ended. I'm dancing alone in a room talking to myself. And I've already lost the rating. That is definitely possible. And you know, the guy is on like a different planet of tilt. Because if you're tilted, you disconnect and leave. If you're extremely tilted, you just sit there and just sit there. You don't leave because then the game abandons. You sit there and you're so tilted, you're just staring at it. And that's what this guy's doing. He's on another level of tilted right now. And we did get the win. I was not disconnected. We became a 1,600. Very nice. 1,600 exactly. Do we all agree that it just feels chef's kiss when you hit exactly? You know, 1,000 exactly, 2,000 exactly. Something more satisfying about it. It's like, wow, so pristine. We didn't just hit a new milestone. We nailed it, bullseye. Habits can take you this far. It can take you to 1,600. If you're a 2,000 player, you're struggling, the habits are waiting for you. It will get you to 1,600. If you're 1,000, you don't have a grip on the game of chess yet, find the habits. It'll take you to 1,600. The habits are for everyone.